Okay, I'm starting the recording.
Okay.
Let's go in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the first edition of the Blue Chip Fill Room. I am your host, Tyler Browning, and the Vice President of Blue Chip Scouting. This is going to be a new series, a new form of content we are starting. We just want to get new ways for all of our readers to digest content. Some of y'all don't love to read, some of y'all are visual learners, and some of y'all just want to see more of what we're talking about in our articles when we're writing. So we decided to start this new YouTube channel and do this Blue Chip Film Room. To start it off, I brought in one of my friends. I'm going to encourage all the staff members of Blue Chip to bring in anyone they know, anyone that can help talk about the position a little bit more in depth than they can. And I am joined by a former college classmate and a friend. His name is A.J. Roland. A.J., how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in there. A.J., how about you tell everyone a little bit about you, your football background and everything?
So I grew up, played 6A high school football in Saxe, Texas, which is just north of Dallas. And then I went to Midwestern State. I was a team captain and two-time All-American at Midwestern. Won a couple of conference championships there. Played center through high school, played center through college for all 5 years. So I was there. And then once I graduated, I got a job as the varsity offensive line coach at my alma mater at Saxe High School. So that's what I currently do. This will be my second season as a position coach at Saxe.
Hey, man, you were quite the player. I remember watching you some. I mean, you were very decorated by the end of your career at Midwestern.
I appreciate it, man. Took a lot of work.
No doubt. It takes a lot of work, especially to play offensive line at any level, especially even the level we're going to be looking at today.
Yeah.
Today we're looking at the Creed Humphrey, the center from Oklahoma. We turned on the Red River game. That's what we got today. As I asked on Twitter, is like, what's the best game to watch Creed Humphrey? And everyone immediately says Texas, because OU always beats the shit out of Texas. So we'll be watching that today. I'm going to pull this up. We're just going to be going through the entire game, highlighting positive, negatives, things that you may not always pick up. And that's why I'm bringing in AJ. There might be something he doesn't do that's flashy, but he did a great job, and it's something that we might not notice as someone who doesn't have as much playing perspective as AJ. So we're going to go ahead and get into this game, starting the first quarter. And then I usually wait for the end zone angle because it's hard to tell what's going on here from the full 22 angle.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then if we ever need to go back or anything, just let me know, something that pops out at him.
Okay.
And then I'll highlight the next play just so everyone's aware where he's at. We're looking at this guy right here in the middle, Creed Humphrey.
Do you have it pulled up yet? I can't see it.
I decided to not share my screen. How about I start this whole thing over?
Okay.
Share, and then I'll go.
There we go. There we go.
Let me rewind this a little bit because I decided to be dumb. All right, here we go.
Man, Texas gets in this odd front.
So I've noticed, like, I feel like Texas is running something like a 3-3-5 almost. And I don't however.
Texas gets in some exotic fronts that mainly work out of the odd front, like right here. You see.
This is the guy we're looking at right here. Creed Humphrey in the middle, controlling the ball. I'll slow it down when we get to these angles.
So Texas is just running power read. I mean, not Texas. OU is just running power read right here. So all he's responsible for is a back block, which I've seen he does a pretty good job on his back blocks, but on that last one he got, or not on that last one, but he does get a little lazy on them as the game progresses. Actually ends up in a TFL on one of them.
I noticed a lot of in Oklahoma's offense, what they're doing. This one ends up being a run, but a lot of it is handoffs. Like the offensive linemen are blocking like it's going to be a run the whole way. They're sliding one way for the run, and then they might for a pass.
Yeah, they do a lot of sprint out protections, and then a lot of it's RPO stuff, just catered to Jalen Hurts. If you go back and look at like stuff with Kyler or stuff with Baker, it's a lot different looking offense.
I wouldn't be surprised if they might go back to something like Kyler with Spencer Rattler this year, but also I wouldn't be surprised to see them do RPO with him either, since he's a very mobile guy.
Yeah, he's got to win that job first. They got another 4-star quarterback competing for it.
So, oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Let's see if we got
getting a little
choppy.
There we go.
Let's see. We got an unbalanced line over here. They're bringing CD in motion, I believe. That's CD.
Yep.
So notice Texas is lining up a lot over Creed Humphrey throughout this game when I watched through the first game. So it prevents a lot of slide protection for him.
Yep. Oh, okay. It's getting a little choppy for me. I can't see what's. There we go. We're good.
Okay, I'll just go slower for you. So we got one, like really around.
So one thing that OU does a lot for Creed Humphrey, and here's something that that he does really well, is he uses his eyes. So when you have a good center, you can allow them to go 5 for 5. So if you know what a slide protection is, usually if you're in an odd front, you're going to slide your guard with you in a 4-man slide, typically in an odd front. So whichever way they're sliding, they'll bring that opposite guard. If they're sliding right, or in this case, they're sliding left, they'd bring that right guard with them. But when you have a center like Creed and a good offensive line, you can go 5 for 5. We called it an Arby's call when I was at Midwestern. So you're picking up with your 5 offensive linemen, you're picking up the 5 most dangerous plus the running backs going 1 to 2 with the linebackers. So Creed's in man right here with this nose guard. But he's got good eyes, so he's able to pass off this stunt right here, see it, pass it off, and give Jalen Hurts more time. 54, I forget his name. He's a good player as well, though. He's a nasty player, number 54. I watched him all year. My brother-in-law plays for OU, so I got a chance to watch him quite a bit this year. But Creed does a great job all game of using his eyes and passing off stunts and recognizing blitzes.
And on the stunt, it looks even like this defender just completely goes for the running back there.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't know what he was doing. He thought he was getting a tackle, but Jalen Hurts picked out the backside, as he usually does.
And I'll just slow it down to half speed when we get to the end zone view, to where we can see everything real.
Yeah. Yeah, that wide angle is no friend of an offensive lineman.
No.
So they ran this power all game long. So this is that TFL I was talking about. If you'll go back a little bit. Okay. So he's going to back block on that backside defensive end here. They're running power read right here. Jalen Hurts ends up keeping it. So they're going to read the end man on the line of scrimmage over here, one of these guys.
Right here, I believe.
Yeah, so he's going back block back here, and they're going to read the front side. But he's going back block, and he ends up getting cross-face, which just means the defender literally crosses his face and ends up getting Jalen Hurts for a TFL.
So right here, You see, it hurts. This looks like the big key right here, and this guy like
Yeah. So
Rory
he's
has his eyes there. Jalen has his eyes there.
yeah. So he's reading that in man on the line of scrimmage, that right all the way to the right, number 32. It looks like. So he's making a decision. He decides to pull it, keep it. So the big thing where Creed had a little problem here is that you have to keep that strong, that outside arm or inside arm, I should say, that right arm of his. You got to stay strong with that hip and that arm so you can't get crossface. That's the main thing that can't happen to you. If he runs upfield, that's no problem because the ball's not going there. But if he cross faces you inside, that's a recipe for a TFL. So on this one, he just got a little didn't get strong with that hip and got cross faced.
Yeah, you can see he was starting to get extended with that right arm already. Was
Yeah.
losing leverage on him. Exactly what you're talking about.
OU ran this power read a lot, at least against Texas. I've watched a lot of OU film over the 2019 season. They like this power read a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The guy, Creed, was back blocking that eventually comes up to finish it, even though Jalen.
Yep. So I think best thing about Creed, or one of the best things about Creed, first of all, I already talked about his eyes. So Texas actually shows us something different on this one. They got a 4-man front, and they're bringing a mic plug, so just a backer coming through the B gap. It looks like it was the B gap, but it's pretty easy to sort it out. Creed does a really good job in pass protection. I'm not real familiar with number 93 from Texas. I'm not sure how good of a pass rusher he is, but Creed did a really good job of locking up their nose all night long or all day long.
It was easy. They were able to slide to the left because he wasn't lined up exactly head on to him.
Yeah, so since they were in a 4-man front instead of that odd front, they went ahead and slid. They went ahead and slid instead of doing a man protection. But a lot of times when Texas gets in this backside defensive end or outside linebacker that they've walked up will drop. In this case, they actually brought 5. They didn't bring 5 a lot during this game, but they brought 5 here, and you got 5 on 5 and good protection. So can't ask for much more than that.
Man, the receiver bobbled it, but it almost helped him a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a long play. Let's go back a little bit here. Looks like a pretty heavy box right now.
Yeah, they want to be in an odd front, but they're just matching heads with. They got. Well, we got a 12 personnel.
Mm-hmm.
So 12 personnel, they got to match heads in the box. So, no, this is 21 personnel. I'm sorry.
They got 2 running backs. They got the running back here.
I just got them in an H, whatever you want to classify them as, either 21 or 12, 1 or 2. But they got a pretty heavy box. OU's got a pretty heavy box here. So they're just matching heads.
Let's see how Creed got someone that's really close to a 0, but he's really shading outside, so it could be more of a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely got a tight 1 shade on him. He's probably going to cross face, would be my guess. I don't know. He played the B gap. So, but Creed does a good job here because back blocking a tight 1 shade because they're running that that power read again. And they're, the ability to run power read and have an RPO off of it is pretty impressive. I mean, they don't complete this pass, but having that ability is pretty impressive.
For sure. And that's what the thing you mentioned the last couple of plays, that his IQ is what really stands out above the other players that I've seen so far. He's a very smart football player on the line of scrimmage. Right here, looks like I did notice like he could over chase a little bit when he had to go downfield, and I think we're going to see it a little bit.
He has to work up to the second level.
Yeah.
He does a really good job, though, of posting up that nose for his left guard to take over before he works up to the backside backer, because that's a big help he gives here. Oh, that was the last one. My bad.
Last one went too far. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah, he did great there.
Yeah, he did a really good job posting the guy up. He just needed to tempo down his footwork as he worked up to the second level. Sometimes you get undercut like that, though, by that backside or by that linebacker, and that's a big risk by that backer, because if he has to undercut you, sometimes he takes himself out of play to where you just go right on through that gap right there, and he can't get to it. But it's a hard position to be in. So, but he does a great job posting that guy up.
AJ's mentioning here is Creed's going to be passing off this guy right here to his left guard. Everyone will see this happening real quick. Let's play it. It was a great job with that. Great pickup from the running back.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see CD suit up for the Cowboys, man.
Absolutely.
We got CD coming in motion. There we go. So he has to make a decision there, right?
Yeah.
And so this is a pre-snap decision, I would imagine.
Yeah. So he'll know. Since it's probably regardless whether it's a 5 or a 6-man. Well, I'll take that back. Since it's a 6-man protection, he's not going to be responsible for that backer right there.
Okay, he's always going to go with D-line.
Yeah, so he's taking care of the first level right here because he knows he's got his backer or his running back to take care of that backer. Mm-hmm. But in a case where if it was a true 5-man protection, they probably would have 54 would have bumped off back to that nose and bumped Creed to that blitzing linebacker. It's probably how that would have worked out if they were in a 5-man protection.
But Creed's going to take the guy right here. He's going to stay right here in this running back.
Yep.
I'm going to come in and pick up this linebacker that's right there. The running back does a very good job. Absorbs that contact.
It was a good thing that this ball got out quick because Creed opened his hip a little early on this one. I think he had his eyes on that backer and was worried about him. But
so you can highlight that. Go back a little bit. Oh, yeah.
It's usually just a natural tendency whenever you see a backer just flying through your A-gap. You know, he wants to take him, but he remembers he has his running back, but he's late at that point on number 99, so he has to open his hip. And, I mean, the ball gets out quick, but whenever you open your hip that early, he probably knows that it's quick game. But whenever you do open your hip that early, it can open you up for that's about the only way you give up a sack in the middle. You open that hip early.
I was doing a film study of Aaron Donald the other day, and if he got an offensive lineman's hips like this coming in a straight line back,
it's over.
100% over. He had so many forced fumbles. and pressures on them.
That's why Aaron Donald's so good. You'll see him flip his hips on people and use his hands and knock everyone else's hands down, and he catches people lean. I mean, Aaron Donald is a ridiculous human to try and block.
Absolutely.
So obviously we're in the goal line here, so Texas is going to get a little heavier on the D line.
Mm-hmm.
Sprint out, CD, touchdown.
We still got him with a one tech shaded over. The play's going right. So is he going to pass this off to the guard again?
Well, so everyone's just going to be responsible for their gap to the right here. So they're going to act like they're running outside zone,
Gotcha.
but they know that it's a pass. So they're just going to give outside zone footwork, try and pick up whatever comes to his front side gap, I think he turns back a little bit on that nose right here just so he doesn't get any penetration. But basically they're just trying to simulate that they're running outside zone, get the linebackers to pinch down, and then create a wall for that sprint out protection.
Yeah, you do see him turn back here because there's no one right there. The only guy close to him is already covered up by the other guard.
Yeah. But if someone were to blitz through that A gap or something like that, that probably would have been his responsibility.
So Oklahoma runs a lot of fake outside zone, especially against Texas.
Yeah.
And we got a guy lined up straight up at 0 on him. 3-man front. Outside.
They're getting this 45 front.
And then he does a great job of he knows it's going to be a pass. And so he's acting like it's the outside zone, but he's sealing it off for not getting back.
So there's a real big art to this. I ran this play a lot in college. You got to fake like you're running outside zone, but he does a great job. You'll notice that he doesn't turn his shoulders all the way parallel to the sideline, because if he does that, he creates a real short edge to that quarterback. He would have been able to come off his backside butt, but instead he stays. It's just a subtle difference to where his first few steps he stays a little bit more square than he would if they were running true outside zone. So this way he's able to absorb that defensive tackle whichever way he goes and come back on him and react like he is right here. Now he's got him posted up like it's pass protection.
That's a hell of a stop too by him.
Making the run, yeah. I mean, that's a hell of an athletic. That's being an athlete right there. Stop on a dime and then jack up a 300-pound defensive tackle.
Guess who? CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
There's another pass off he did. Texas really likes his 3-man front when they're not near the goal line.
Yeah. And I noticed when they do get in that odd front, they like to drop guys. So, but they're usually trying to get to a 4-man pressure. And yeah, like you said, so they're in man here. You can see 54. He's going to check 23 first, see if he's blitzing. Mm-hmm. That left outside or that left inside linebacker. He's going to check and see if he's blitzing, especially once 43 declares. That defensive end is going to declare that he's taking the C gap as the ball snapped. He's going to check 23, nothing. So he's coming back inside because where can you not get beat is inside. So Creed's man on right here. So that's a lot of faith in your center to put him man on. So he sees it. 52 is going to bump Creed off, take over the nose. Boom.
And then this left guard doesn't see the other guy coming in and gets clocked a little bit.
That's called a LLB. That happens to the best of us. Right tackle got beat a little bit, but good thing he's got an athletic quarterback.
It's a hell of a job to anchor in right from the get-go, Creed, when having a guy head up on you.
Absolutely. I mean, you have All you can do is vertical set. They have a two-way go. Hey, I got to go unlock my door downstairs for my wife real quick. I locked the deadbolt. I'll be right back.
No
Like
way.
2 seconds. All right, sorry about that, man.
Yeah, no worries, dude. Yeah, I'm just looking at this guy's anchor, the way he latches in right there. You see the bend.
Yeah.
It's hard to hang in there for that long, too, when you got a QB like Jalen Hurts, who's constantly extended in plays.
Absolutely. But he saves you from giving up sacks at the same time. So
True.
they got a true slide protection going on right here. Not much happening. He didn't have a whole lot to do right here. Sometimes it works out that way as a center. Everyone disappears and you kind of get to chill for a little bit.
Yeah, because it looks like he had his eyes right here on this guy right here, but he was ended up bailing.
Yeah. That's exactly what OU's trying to do, is trying to pull that guy in with the fake run action.
They got the free guy at the quarterback, which is what they were wanting.
Yeah. Pretty good throw by Jalen Hurts right at the sideline, though, and a good catch by Rambo.
Dang. He's so aware of that.
Yep.
I got it. He's got the guy shading.
Yeah.
He's going to go across his body.
Yeah, so he's got to set the – I mean, that guy's in almost a 2-eye. I mean, he's in a hard one shade. Immediately cross his face after he sets him. That's hard to come right back over. But he does a really good job. I mean, I think I've said this already, but I think Creed's best attribute is his pass protection, and not his eyes and pass protection as well.
And you see him, I don't know if there's a term for this, you might know, with his left foot right here. He's taken the, it's like a shallow step in because the guy's lined up on his left side. He's expecting to come right up that A-gap right there, but since he crosses his face.
Yeah, he's just taking a tight set. You know, he can't, because if he was to set hard right here to his left and overset him, that's going to open that door for him to get beat across his face really bad. And when you get beat across your face really bad in a protection like this, that's an automatic sack. So he gives him a nice tight set because he can't get beat across his face. So gives him that tight set, then he works right back out with him.
And you see his head right on the left shoulder of this guy right here. And to where he sees this guy coming around all the way from over here. He's going to be coming over here. And Creed's eye will be looking that way. And then he ends up picking up the guy that comes around a different way.
Yeah. That's Jalen Hurts being Jalen Hurts. Fumble there. I mean, They called him down, but it looked a little fumblish to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Texas gets in this 44 odd front.
Up a little bit.
So it looked like it was just a quarterback draw, basically, that didn't get much. Not much happening there.
I think Creed might have gotten stepped on, it looks like, maybe by that right guard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did.
There's not much you can do about that.
Nope.
Just unlucky.
Yep. Left tackle gets beat inside, or that play would have been successful. Creed was just taking that guy where he wanted him to go. So they're running that power read again. I mean, Creed's got that back block. They make that defensive end or that end man on the line of scrimmage, doesn't matter who he is, but the end man on the line of scrimmage, as he comes down, reading him. No, other way, down here.
This end?
Yeah, other end. I think he ends up reading number 6 because he shows his face first.
Or coming down?
Yeah, right here.
Gotcha.
So he's got a little back block. Yeah, he ends up reading number 6. Makes him wrong. Whatever he does, he's wrong there. I mean, Jalen Hurts been beating him all night. He's been keeping most of these that we've watched so far.
Yeah.
And this one, he hands off and pops it for 20. So
So they're acting like it's going to be a run, so left.
Yep.
Almost
a little fake inside zone to the left. Dish it out. Minimal gain there, but
get a different angle now. More of the defensive side, but still got the zero tech lined up on Creed.
Zero tech there in that 44, which just means that both defensive ends are in 4 techniques. I mean, the right defensive end's in a hard 4, but it's good eyes.
Stumbles a little bit, but at that point doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. I mean, that defensive end came from a 4 technique to a backside 1 technique. So it's a good job keeping his eyes on him and just taking him out of the play.
Yeah. Came all the way over. That's a long way to go for a defensive end.
Yeah, he's just trying to find the path of least resistance right there.
He creates that space in the middle for Jalen to step up and run.
Yep, that's all his job is. So, works out.
Oh my gosh, he just took that kid for a ride.
Yeah.
He's caught out the mic early. move the guy to a 1 shade.
Yep.
He sees that linebacker coming in straight away. Latches
Yep.
on.
Yeah, him and number 6 had a long night with each other, and by the end of it, number 6 was tired of getting his butt whooped.
That's for sure. His legs were buckling on that. He was struggling to stay up. Nothing too much there, just helping out his guard. And then for his center, it's hard with a lot of those linebackers. They're just incredibly athletic to where they're going to beat you at that point when you're getting to the second.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't. I mean, obviously, you don't know what's going on behind you, and they can see it, and they're already more athletic than you, so it makes it a little hard. Good job here, opening it up. Pass protection, solid. They're in that 44 front again. Really, they're in 2-3s, but he posts up 98 here. I can't tell if that's 98 or 99, but that's pretty good with the hands right there. Jacks him up, throws him out of the club.
It was a little bit of a stare down right there, too. He just stopped, looked at him.
I mean, once you throw a guy 2 yards off you,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little you can do that.
He locks up his guy once again. Man, Creed's good.
Yeah, he is pretty good. I'd like to see him this next year finish blocks, his run blocks a little bit more. He's really good. Pass protection, his eyes are great. He's got a heck of a punch, but I'd like to see him and the run game finish blocks a little bit more.
And then there's CD being CD.
Yep. It's a first-round draft pick, being a first-round draft pick. Yeah, Texas running. I mean, not Texas. OU's running a just counter play right here, pulling the guard and the tackle. I believe they were kind of mushed up on that last one. I couldn't tell if it was both of them or not. Yeah, pulling guard and tackle. So they're running counter here. A little back block. Gets a little jacked up, but gets the job done.
And at that point, you're not expecting this running back to make the cut all the way back to where he did over here. You're expecting him to find a hole like here or bounce out to this side.
Yeah, when a running back on either power or counter cuts all the way back to the opposite side of the field, good things don't happen there for the most part. I mean, you can see it, 3 hats on the ball. Not much you can do about that.
Another solid pass protection rep.
Yeah, man, I didn't see him give up. That one time we saw him open up his hip was the only thing I saw when I reviewed the film, that any type of discrepancy in pass pro.
I mean, if you're going to play offensive line at Oklahoma, you better be good in pass pro with how many times that QB's dropping back.
For sure. No doubt about that.
And then there's Jalen.
Yep.
I just tabletopped almost a little bit.
Yeah.
Just unlucky there.
Yeah. He got a little pushback there and then tripped over his guys and got a little LLB action.
We got a Wildcat. Great job by the Texas DB.
Yeah, that's a heck of an open field tackle.
Does it go down because he doesn't want to hold on to that guy.
Yeah. One thing about Creed, though, is that his snaps are, as I've watched not just in this film, but throughout the season at OU, he was a little inconsistent in his snaps. You know, they're high, low.
Oh, really?
That's not something you can afford at the next level. So that's something I look for him to improve on and get more consistent with.
I like that little power he has right there. Coming in and just getting this guy completely out of the play.
Yep. That's pretty impressive. So he's just responsible.
And then he's going to come back into frame.
Yeah.
Runs into Jalen a little bit, but
I don't know what the down – it must be 3rd and long here with the –
yeah, I think it cut away before I could see what the down distance was. Looks like there's a flag anyway. I don't know who won that.
But they get in these wide nines like this and then bring a little pressure.
I got to go back. That was a great pickup.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Comes across again, then he sees again he's coming all the way from the outside.
Yep. Pass it off. Sees him coming across.
And just sandwiches him into 6 almost. Stops him.
Yep, that's all right. When you muddy everything up like that and people start running into each other, that means they're not on the quarterback. So that's all that matters.
This is a 1st and 10 now. I believe that's what that said. Yeah, 1st and 10. Score still on 7-0. That's hard to reach.
Yeah. Yeah, basically whenever you get in a situation like that and you got to – I couldn't tell what technique that guy's in. Yeah, you got to get back there. If that guy just flies up the field, you just let him fly up the field. Make sure he doesn't beat you back inside because, I mean, he's a better athlete than you are. And if he's going to fly up the field, I mean, you don't have much chance of stopping that.
Mm-hmm. And like defender, that edge right there took a good tight turn around that tackle to make it hard to get to him. Otherwise, you just runs your own guy. Creed does a little.
He hesitates. He hesitates a little bit after that second step to make sure he's not going to cross his face because he knows he can't get beat inside right here. He's going to take his 2 steps, make sure he's not coming back across his face.
Yeah, you see him shuffle a little bit there.
Yep. And he's like, okay, you're going to just sprint up the field. That's fine. I'll just take your shoulder and try and run you up there. But he does end up running into that puller, which throws the puller off and doesn't allow him to get up to that backer, which ends up with I can't tell if it's a TFL or not, but it's not very minimal gain, if anything.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for this guy, man. Sundays are going to be fun.
I hope so. Yeah, a little side protection.
So I know for a lot of offensive linemen, it's considered more of a bad thing if you're like a catcher rather than like a puncher, like you catch the guys that are coming into you. I feel like I see a little bit of Creed doing that, but I feel like that's because a lot of them are coming on twists and stunts and you really don't have a ton of ability to go out and attack on those.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you get caught leaning on either a blitzer or a defensive end long sticking around or any of those stunts, it's real easy for them to use their hands and swipe right on by, and you get caught lunging, and that's a TFL or a sack waiting to happen. But if you talk to some NFL tackles, I mean, or NFL offensive linemen in general, they'll tell you that they catch every time and then replace their hands.
Oh yeah.
Because defensive linemen show what they're doing first. So sometimes it's just a different technique, but Creed's got a hell of a punch. So when he uses it, he throws people.
Not much to do for them there.
No. Jalen Hurts just doing him. Same thing we saw earlier with that sprint out, but this is where things can go wrong. I mean, he gets rid of the football, but if someone seeps through like that, I don't think it was Creed's guy, but someone does seep through like that. Let's see here.
Nope. There's the cap in front of him.
Yep. So you got to keep that front side edge sealed, or that's what happens. And you don't want to – Jalen Hurts doesn't want to reverse field right here because everyone's going to be playing off of the butt of the guy behind them. So he's going to be playing – they're going to come back, play that backside easy. So it's going to be a difficult position to be in. But they got to get that front side sealed better than that. Call that incomplete.
Yep, they ruled it incomplete. I don't know if it gets overturned because we don't get to see that until next possession. Yeah, still incomplete. There we go. We see his hands get out there now. He locks in that guy.
Yeah.
He's going at 6 again.
Yeah, him and 6 went at it all night. Every time he worked up there, he tried to give him the business. When he gets his hands on backers, it's game over when he gets his hands on there.
Oh yeah.
Texas back in that tight front. Oh, is this one? No, it's not it.
Going to meet his best friend.
Yep. Does a good job again posting that nose up. Gets off to the backside backer. Really, he created a lane. I mean, 52 ended up getting beat. So it's tough, but he did a good job.
Yeah. There we go. It looks like he's nasty as the game goes on.
That punch we were talking about, man, he throws old dude.
Yeah, he's definitely getting meaner as this game goes.
Yeah.
Got that guy completely off balance.
He threw that guy to the next gap.
Oh man.
His hands are lethal.
I don't know why I'm in slow motion for the all 22 version. Failed screen here.
Yeah, they got a lot of it couldn't get rid of the ball fast enough. They were on him quick.
Mm-hmm.
You'd like to see him set 32 a little bit harder than that on that last screen. He got on Jalen pretty quick. You want to see him at least get some hands on him first so he's not flying through there so fast.
Because a center is ideally, like in a perfect screen, supposed to be the second person now, right? He should be trailing the guard, and the guard should be the lead man.
Yeah, usually it's called fat. So between the first, second, and third guy out. It's force, alley, trash. So you take the force defender, center's got the alley, and backside guards got trash.
Gotcha.
Tech's going to get in this four-man front here. So you see they dropped that backside defense, or that not backside, but that defensive end. As soon as they slid to him, he dropped into coverage.
Oh, yeah, right here. The guy lined up on 77.
Yep. I'm imagining between either one of those defensive ends, whoever they slid to, they were going to drop.
So 54 already had his head inside to watch this guy that's now behind this camera to see if he was coming all the way across. So 52 should be passing him off.
What 54 is really looking for is he's looking for someone who's not looking, pick him off, and destroy him.
Come blindside on him.
Yeah. It's always a fun thing to do when one of your buddies got somebody posted up and you just come through and knock their block off. So this is one of the rare true outside zones we've seen them run.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how he reaches here. Probably going to work up to 6 unless 99 runs with them. I couldn't see it from the wide angle.
Looks like he takes 99 right off, and he's trying to seal him off to create this alleyway right through here. But there's the backer right there.
Yeah, so
Could be getting up there, I would think.
yeah. So let it run a little bit. He should be working up because 52 should be taking over. Yeah. See, he's late on that one. His eyes weren't good on that one. He was stuck on 99. He should have been posting up 99, letting 52 get, or trusting that 52 would be there. You can't wait till he gets there. You just got to trust he's going to be there and then work up to that mic right there. Because if he works up to that mic, they got a play going right there. And he's got a little bit of an alley to work with. But since he never gets there, he doesn't have much of an alley to work with. He's got 2 Texas defenders right there. 52 didn't even ever take over 99. So overall, it just wasn't a very good play from either one of those guys.
Is this the play? Yep, this is it. 5 Texas defenders, and he still scores.
Yeah. It's nice to have that guy on your team.
That's for sure. And not to have Texas defensive backs on your team.
Very true.
He's getting a little help from 52, but didn't really need it.
Yeah. Creed's good in one-on-one protection. I mean, he doesn't need any help. I like to see that. He's finishing. He stayed with that block the whole time. I mean, there was no big play here or anything, but he was blocking from whistle to whistle here, from snap to whistle, I should say.
Let's take it back to the all 22 angle so we can see that.
Picks up somebody else. Start scrambling.
Wait, did I go back really far?
I don't know. I can't tell.
I think I
You
did.
may have.
This will be fun to edit. I think, yeah, I did go back really far. Because there's a CD Lamb play. Okay. So we should see it coming up soon.
Yeah, I think it's the next play. Yeah, not much going on the play, but Creed's still out there on the 35-yard line, blocking number 99.
No, yeah. He was going the whole time. Gave up a little ground, but nothing that it's going to impact the play whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a little push, but no biggie. Got the ball off, no pressure. Yeah, running. I think they're faking that outside zone again right here, or just running a simple sprint out. Can't tell.
Yeah, it looks like they're outside zone.
Yeah.
It's a line setting it up that way.
Yeah. Faking the outside zone, setting up a wall. Incomplete pass, but good protection.
Like I found a way through, but it looked like Creed had already passed him off. I guess maybe stumbled and found a way back in.
Yeah, I have to see the end zone.
Pretty sure it's a guy that's lined up on Creed right now at the 0 tech.
They're going to man this up, I'm pretty sure.
So Creed passes him off. Yeah, he just guard inside.
Oh, yeah. Creed passed him off to 54, and 54 got his feet all tangled up, got too high, and got beat.
Oh, yeah. If your feet are diagonal right there.
Yeah, when your feet are in a straight line like that,
not good.
Not a good position to be in as an offensive lineman.
Texas DB came up. He got hurt though.
Yeah.
Coming down.
Yeah, run the counter or fake the counter, throw it out the opposite way. So they're getting counter action with the offensive line and then throwing it out the opposite way. Didn't really work for them, but it's an interesting concept.
Yeah, looks like this left guard didn't fully get over, so Creed has arms on both guys right here. Right arm on the front and his left arm, the inside on the 99.
Yeah.
But the receiver, Rambo, just got beat off the block.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy there. Had no one to protect.
No. Yeah.
Great for
That's
Hurts there.
one of those plays you get take a little break.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good throw. Again, nothing. The linebackers looked like they faked in a little bit more to keep him more active, but again, ultimately not much.
Yeah.
Shoot, that linebacker would have had
Oh,
a
this is the one where Jalen Hurts goes behind his back with the ball.
Oh yeah,
That play.
this linebacker right here, he flowed with Jalen Hurts the opposite side. Shoot, he had been better just engaging Creed to stay home.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Hurts, he goes behind with the back. I remember hearing him all about this. There it is. Oh, there's the ball. That guy almost gets it out too.
Yeah, how is that not a fumble? That's crazy. Guy's got his hand on the ball.
I can't believe he held on to that. That's nuts.
That's super risky.
He might have been sitting on the bench after that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you go behind the back with the ball, fumble it, and give it back to Texas in a close game. That's not good.
And not only that, like this is a pretty risky throw too. You're throwing back across your body. Granted, like he got to plan a little bit, but and these DBs were something. This is a clear route to jump that ball right there.
Yeah.
But CeeDee's also a good receiver, so he's very aware of boxing him out.
Yeah.
Shoot. I did not realize how close Jalen was to fumbling that.
I didn't either. I didn't remember that. All right, let's see what he does with this blitz here. So he's going to get that mic. Does he end up coming off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That right tackle gave him a little rusher, a little shove, and knocked him out. Let's see.
He's a little late to that one, but he got it done.
He just puts his arm on him right here. This guy clean falls over.
Oh, yeah.
And Creed didn't have to do a ton there. It gets a little cross, but nothing crazy. It was a little late getting over there. It's pretty good scheme design by the defense there, right there.
Yeah, that's a good blitz.
Timed it up perfectly, too. You see him just start to get into it right before, as Creed just lift the ball off the ground.
Yeah, that's a pretty good blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4. They brought 6, and they only protected with 5. So that's usually a recipe for get the ball out quick.
No math major, but something doesn't add up.
Yeah. A little under center action.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't see this more from Texas to get Creed off balance and get him out of his game. He's such a focal offensive line. So that outside zone style again.
Yeah. They do a lot of that. Fake that outside zone, create the wall. Jalen Hurts, post up, see if anything's open. If not, take off with it.
I didn't realize how much of it they ran until I was watching this game in prep for tonight. They run it so much.
Yeah. It's good at making those backers hesitate, whether they think it's outside zone. They don't know if they should run to the outside zone or if they should sit back, wait on the pass. Makes them think. When you're thinking, you're slow.
Even when you know it's coming too, you still don't know who to pick up, especially with the mobile QB.
Yeah.
They really did incorporate a lot of tight ends last year with Calcaterra retiring from football.
Yeah, it's too bad to see that guy have to do that because he was. Oh, but by the way, this is a really go back. That was a really good reach by Creed right there.
Yeah.
So he's just got to make sure 93 doesn't cross his face. Take right at him. He's got his helmet on his outside shoulder, exactly where he wants to be right here.
Gets that hand on the shoulder pad too.
Yeah, he's got to stay strong with that right hand. Make sure, because at this point, that guy's going to want to cross his face. But doesn't let him.
With the heels to the sideline there.
Yep.
Seal.
Opens up that lane pretty good.
I'm surprised at how athletic he is. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect out of that from him going into this.
He's pretty athletic. Most good centers are. I don't know if you've watched Jason Kelsey much of the Philadelphia Eagles, but that guy is a big man athlete if it ever existed. He can run. Watching him run outside zone and get out on screens is a work of art.
Yeah. He's the center I watched from the pros this year. It's where I could study his tape to learn more about watching centers in college. And, oh, my gosh, I gained so much more respect after watching his tape.
Jason Kelsey's a freak.
There we go. Helps out the guard a little bit and then comes on, takes the block. His best number 6. And 6 rotates up on the play.
I think 6 is tired of having to run into Creed. I really think the Texas DBs are tired of guarding CeeDee Lamb at this point.
Yeah. I think he had 2, I think maybe 3 touchdowns this game.
Yeah. Just got a little back block right here.
That's a hell of a gain. CD in motion. Yep. I like how he's staying with it too.
Yeah. Dude crosses his face, but he tries to run with it as far as he can. It's a good job by number 46, though. He runs all the way. Number 46 ends up running all the way down, chasing the ball, and gets in on the tackle. So it's pretty impressive by that Texas defensive tackle.
He just washes this guy out of the play.
Yeah.
Gets the hands inside. You're just able to roll him up now.
Hands inside, jacks him up. I mean, his hands are strong. I don't know if you're seeing the same thing I am, but his hands are strong. He throws people, and when he grabs them, it's over.
His anchor is so strong too.
Yeah. He does do a really good job of anchoring, blitzing guy. I mean, if you get a Mike linebacker screaming down on a blitz, and you just give up a little bit of ground, you're a pretty strong dude. Texas probably about to get in some, obviously on the goal line, going to get in some heavy personnel here.
Mm-hmm.
5, yeah, bear front.
He's taking on that linebacker, doesn't budge whatsoever, and even pushes him back.
Oh yeah, they got. I remember this one. They got a little testy on here. Creed was trying to finish him. That guy wouldn't let him cake him, but he wanted to. He was trying to.
Yeah. Really gives up no ground right there, and then just transfers all the energy forward and takes him for a ride.
Yeah, stopped all that guy's momentum. Got to move in the opposite way. Finish the block. You can tell number 6 is a little bit tired of him.
Oh man, that's such a good. It's insane.
There you go.
With 6 again, he just creates that hole.
Yeah. Perfect. I don't think 6 graded out very well in this game.
No, I don't think so.
Didn't exactly hold his gap.
I'm getting close to the end of the game here, but
so running the clock out on them. Just trying to get a first down. I think they end up kneeing after they get this first down.
Yeah. No, this one, I mean, nothing crazy. He gets knocked back a tiny bit, but I mean, even then, it's nothing to where he's not recovering right away. It's that initial punch, but
yeah, the guy just got his hands inside a little bit, but no biggie. Jalen gets the first down right here, and I think they end up taking a knee after this.
It's a knee. Well,
if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Get back over to the Zoom call. All right, AJ. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on. I mean, this was a blast doing this. This is the first time we're doing it, and hopefully we get many more out here doing it. I know we have another one scheduled up for a defensive back, so everyone who's tuning in, make sure to come back and watch that one. AJ, if you want to tell everyone where to find you on social media.
I'm on Twitter at Coach Roland 77, and also on Instagram at A.J. Roland 77. So I post a lot of offensive line related content on there, especially as football season gets ramped up. I'll be posting more and more offensive line content on there. So give me a follow and see some good content.
I appreciate it, man. This was a blast. You brought a lot of insight, and I love always having the player's perspective. So I appreciate that.
For sure, man.
All right, let me stop this recording.